Hey, this is JC. Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. Today we're going to have a look at 3 LionSteel knives, and I'll give you my thoughts on them, compare them a bit, and I'll tell you which will be suitable for jungle bushcraft. First, if you watch this channel regularly but have not subscribed, please do so to help the channel out. And if you'd like to support the channel even more, do check out my shop links in the pinned comment or description below. You can even join as a channel member for exclusive content. Thanks a lot. These are 3 fixed blade knives. They're all different, not really in the same series, but I thought they'd be a good comparison because they are popular models. So this is the M4, M3, and T6. All different sizes, they've got different blade shapes and some different blade steels. Right, let's have a look at the M4 first. It's the smallest knife. It comes in this leather sheath, which is very nice, and this is the blade. The M3 is slightly larger, comes in this nylon sheath, and it's got a slightly longer blade and a larger belly. This is the T5, and this is the leather sheath that it comes in. Slightly different back in terms of the attachment. It does not have a leather belt loop, but rather this molly system. And this is designed more as a tactical survival knife. As you can see, the knives are all different shaped and obviously in different lengths. Let me just highlight some of the differences. I won't review each of these knives individually, as I've done individual videos as well as field tests. So do check out the links of each review video in the description below. So the M4 is the smallest knife. It's got a 3.74-inch blade length. This is the M3 with a 4.3-inch blade length, and the T5 has a 5.04-inch blade length, so it's the longest blade. The M3 has the widest belly, as you can see. This has a drop point, almost a spear point style blade. This is an obvious drop point. This is also a drop point, but very wide. These two handles, or these two rather, are micarta handles. So this is in green, this is in black with white. These are G10 scales. Now the great thing about LionSteel knives in general, their handles are very well sculpted. So they all have a shape with a palm swell, and there's also texturing in terms of ridging on the handles themselves, whether it's micarta or G10 or even wood, because you can get all these knives in different designs and configurations. Usually the blade steel will either be a satin finish or coated in black, and you can get wood, micarta, or G10 scale. So lots of variety to choose from. Personally, I do like the satin finish. I'm more of a traditionalist and like those silver blades. In terms of blade steels, these two are Nylock steel. This is M390. They're all great stainless steel, but on paper M390 is slightly better. So all have great corrosion resistance. Edge retention is pretty good as well. And in terms of toughness, I think if you do not abuse the knives, like throw them into concrete or rocks, you will have no problem with the toughness. In terms of sharpening, because they're quite hard, you will need diamond plates for sharpening, and it'll take some time to get used to how much effort and time you need to sharpen the knives, and you want to strap them as well. So overall, all knives are great. So which would you choose for different things? It really depends on the task that you do outdoors, how much weight you want to carry, and what's your personal preference in terms of the size of the knife, and of course a practical concern will be the budget. Well, personally for me, my current belt knife for bushcraft is the M4, and it's the smallest knife of them all with this blade. And the reason is because I carry a knife system or multi-knife system, and this complements the other blades on me. So I have a parang, which is a 10-inch parang, so that's a machete. It's nice and big. It's my dirty knife, high carbon steel, extremely tough. So to complement that, I have a much finer knife, which is thinner. This is 4 millimeters in thickness. My parang is 5 millimeters. It's obviously smaller, different grind. It's a very high saber grind, almost flat grind. So very good for wood processing and finer work. And I call it my clean knife. So that makes sense for me. If you want a general camp knife which can cut all kinds of things, can do wood processing, but also food processing. The M3 is a great choice because of that full flat grind and that larger belly. This is 5 millimeters thick, so it is thicker than the M3, but it is longer as well. So for a general camp knife, I think this M3 works very well. If you want a more tactical survival knife for bushcraft, as well as more heavy use in the jungle or just in the outdoors, then the T5 might fit that bill. As you can see, it's got a very nice guard over here. That's the combat side of it, or tactical side of it. But it is a very capable knife for survival and bushcraft as well. It's got a high saber grind as well, 5 millimeters thick. And if you do not want a giant knife, like a 6, 7, 8-inch knife, then this 5-inch knife would suffice. It is definitely very capable. It is a bigger knife than these and can do finer work, but also heavy-duty tasks. Now, a practical concern would, of course, be price. This, while small, is quite pricey. I believe the same price as the M3. And the reason is because of the blade steel. This is M390, this is Nylox. But the most expensive would be the T5, and that's because of the size. But do check out your local dealers or check out the Amazon links in the description and see if there are any good deals. Sometimes you might be lucky and get discounts, and then those will be good deals. So in terms of choosing the knives that you want, if you want a small companion knife to complement a larger knife, I think something like the M4 or even that Bushcraft series in Sleipner steel would work. If you want a general purpose camp knife, which includes lots of food processing, I would recommend the M3. And finally, if you want a more tactical, heavy duty survival knife, then you could get the T5 or even go up to the T6 or even the 7 series. So lots to choose from when it comes to LionSteel knives, but that's kind of an overview, and that's how I would compare the knives. Now, in terms of the sheaths, you saw the sheaths that the knives come in, and they're definitely capable, well made. For the nylon sheaths, I do feel that over time, this retention strap gets cut up, and you can see that there's a piece of leather over here that's sewn onto the nylon, so it's kind of cut through that leather already. But in the jungle, I do not want the moisture because there's a lot of humidity and it rains a lot. So I don't want a nylon or a leather sheath because I do not want that dampness around my steel blades. So I have got Kydex sheaths. This is a custom Kydex sheath by Meron Knives out of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Really my favorite sheath maker, and this is based on my design because I've got a matching kind of design for my parang sheath that fits in like that, locks into place. This is on my belt and just really handy in my opinion. It's got a ferrule holder as well. For the M3, I also have a Kydex sheath, but this is made by FF Blades out of Ipoh, Malaysia. This is also very well made, and this fits the knife nicely as well. It's got a drainage hole as well as a thumb clamp and a holder for the ferro rod, and those are kind of my basic requirements for a jungle bushcraft knife. And finally, for the T5, I haven't got it made. Actually, this is my buddy's knife, and he is going to make a sheath from Meron Knives, but that hasn't been done yet. But we will be getting a sheath done for jungle use. So those are 3 popular models from LionSteel, and those are my thoughts on which you would get depending on the tasks, activities, and the environment you're in as well. Do you have any of these 3 knives? Which is your favorite? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you don't own these, but if you've got other LionSteel knives which you think fit the bill in terms of this discussion, let me know your thoughts in the comments below as well. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.